Hello everyone, Kasim Khan is here. Please subscribe my channel and press bell button for more updates. So guys, thank you so much for watching my video. And today we are going to learn the part 2 of risk and return, that is chapter number 5 in Van Horn book. So in this lecture we will learn about portfolio and diversification. So in first step we will learn risk and return in a portfolio context. Because in previous lecture we learned risk and return in a perspective of single security, in a perspective of individual security. But most of the time managers are reluctant to invest all their amounts in a single security, in a asset of in a assets of similar sectors. So most of the time they prefer to invest in the multiple securities. They invest in the form of portfolio. They try and to prefer to develop a portfolio investment. So, in the second step, we will learn about the diversification. What is the meaning of diversification? This is the simple definition of this concept is don't put all your eggs in one basket. So, how diversification effect on your returns and the risk. So here is a portfolio return and standard deviation. The financial manager's goal is to create an efficient portfolio. What is the definition of efficient portfolio? One that maximizes return for a given level of risk or minimize risk for a given level of return. So there are the two possibilities for the efficient portfolio. Either your return be maximized on the given level of risk, or your risk should be minimized on the level of on the given level of return. Either on the either possibility, you can develop the efficient portfolio. So we therefore need a way to measure the return and the standard deviation of a portfolio of assets. If we are interested to invest in the portfolio, then we must know how to calculate the return and the standard deviation of a portfolio and the assets of portfolio. So here is the equation through which we can find out the standard deviation of portfolios. Here is the standard deviation. Standard deviation P is representing the portfolio is equal to summation J is equal to 1 into M. Summation K is equal to 1 M WJ. WJ is representing the weight, is the weight investment proportion for the J assets in the portfolio. WK is weight investment proportion for the K asset in the portfolio. These are very easy to calculate, and we will learn in the next slide how to calculate the weight. Basically, we total the investment and then we divide individual investment with the total investment. So with this way, we can find out the weight as sigma jk is the covariance between returns for the J and the K asset in the portfolio. Covariance is the statistical measure how the security returns move togetherly and how the returns move together. So now weights are very easy to calculate. हम बहुत easily तरीके से calculate कर लेंगे. But now the reason is how we will calculate the covariance. This is the question. So here is the equation for the calculation of covariance. Sigma jk is equal to sigma j, that is standard deviation of j, into sigma k, that is standard deviation of k securities. Rjk is representing the correlation coefficient. What is correlation? Correlation we will learn in the next slide. Sigma j is the standard deviation of the j asset in the portfolio. Sigma k is the standard deviation of the k asset in the portfolio. RJK is the correlation coefficient between the J and the K assets in the portfolio. So correlation is basically it determines the linear relationship between two securities, between two assets, how their returns move, and how much their returns are associated with each other. So a standardized statistical measure of the linear relationship between two variables. It is range is from -1 perfect negative correlation through 0 no correlation plus positive one, that is perfect positive correlation. So the range of relation correlation is -1 to 1, -1 representing perfect negative correlation and positive one represent the perfect positive correlation. So positively correlated describe two series that move in the same direction and their values range from 0.29 to 0.99. And if the value of perfectly positive correlated, if the value is equal to 1, that means they are perfectly positive correlated. And if the value is between minus 0.1 to minus 0.98, it means they are like negatively correlated. But if the value is minus 1, that are perfectly negatively correlated. And if the value is 0, it means they are uncorrelated and there is a lack of interaction. So here is the graphical representation of the relation. Here are the movement of two securities returns M and N, and if you see their returns are moving perfectly and they are similar. There is a perfectly positive correlated, and if we see the again in the next graph, in next picture there are two securities M and N, and the movement of their returns is totally opposite to each other. It means both securities returns are perfectly negative correlated. So here is the column. Here is the matrix through which you can calculate the three asset portfolio. जिसके थ्रू आप थ्री एसेट पोर्टफोलियो का रिटर्न कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं और रिस्क भी कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. But you know, at the undergrad level, we will learn about the two asset portfolio securities के उनके risk और return कैसे calculate किया जाता है. Similar अगर हम यहाँ पे 4 asset कर देते हैं तो फिर ये आपका मैट्रिक्स में एक रो और ऐड होती जाएगी. आपके जितने भी ज़्यादा इंक्रीज होते जाएंगे नंबर ऑफ एसेट जैसे इंक्रीज होंगी तो साथ साथ आपकी नंबर ऑफ रोज इंक्रीज होती जाएंगी एंड नंबर ऑफ कॉलम भी. But we have no need to go in more detail, and in this at this level we will just the calculation of return and risk of two asset portfolios. So sigma jk is the covariance between returns for the jk and k asset in the portfolio. So here is an example for the illustration of this concept. Let's suppose you are creating a portfolio of stock D and the stock BW from earlier. You are investing $2,000 in stock BW and 3,000 in stock D. So the total investment we are doing that is $5,000 and 2,000 is in BWD security and 3,000 in stock D. So remember that the expected return and standard deviation of the stock BW is 9% and 13.15 respectively. 9% is the expected return of the security and 13.15 is the standard deviation of the security. The expected return and standard deviation of stock D is 8% and 10.65% respectively. So the correlation coefficient between BW and D is 0.75. So here are some detailed information about the two different security investments. The first one is कि हमारे पास दो सिक्योरिटीज इन्वेस्टमेंट एक स्टॉक डी है एक स्टॉक बी डब्ल्यू है एक में स्टॉक डी उसमें 2000 है बी डब्ल्यू में 3000 है और सॉरी बी डब्ल्यू में 2000 है स्टॉक डी में 3000 इन्वेस्टमेंट है टोटल 5000 की इन्वेस्टमेंट है जो स्टॉक बी डब्ल्यू का एक्सपेक्टेड रिटर्न है दैट इज 9% और 13.15 उसका स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन है same like stock D Kabi, and finally the correlation coefficient between both securities that is 0.75. So what is the expected return and standard deviation of the portfolio? How we can calculate the expected return of the portfolio? So with this equation, we can find the expected return RP is equal to W1 multiplied by weight of security 1 multiplied by return of security 1 plus weight of security 2 multiplied by return of security 2 plus so on Wn multiplied by Rn. When we summarize this equation, we simply get Wj multiplied by Rj. So with the help of this equation, we can find out the Rp. So here is this equation. You need to memorize this for the calculation of the portfolio expected return. This is the summarized form of the equation where is RP. RP is the expected return of the portfolio is equal to W is the weight of BW security multiplied by expected return R of expected return of BW security plus WD is the weight of security D multiplied by expected return of the security D. So this is the equation through which we can calculate the expected return of the portfolio. I repeat it again for your understanding. RP is the expected return of your portfolio, that is equal to weight of BW security 1 multiplied by expected return of BW security plus WD into weight of security D multiplied by expected return of security D. So first we need to calculate the weights or in key calculations, that is very easy. WB is equal to 2000, that is the investment in the security, that is 2000 divided by the total amount of investment, and the total amount of investment is 5000. 2000 multiplied by 3000, that is 5000. So when we will divide the individual investment with the total investment, we will simplify the we will simply get the total uh, proportion of that investment. So that is 0.4%. That is, it means 40% investment in BWD security, and when we divide 3000 with the 5000, it means 60% investment is in D security. तो यहाँ से हमें वेट्स फाइंड आउट हो गया, यहाँ पे हमने इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रोपोर्शन फाइंड आउट कर लिया। तो 0.4 मल्टीप्लाई एक्सपेक्टेड रिटर्न जो हमारा सिक्योरिटी का BW का वो 9% है और 8% सिक्योरिटी डी का है। So 60 multiplied by 8%. When we multiply and summarize, finally we will get the 8.4%. So 8.4% is the expected return of the portfolio. So with the help of this equation, you can find out the expected return of any portfolio. So now the next step is how you will find out the standard deviation of portfolio. So the portfolio standard deviation can be directly calculated from the standard deviation of component asset with the following formula. So with the help of this equation, we can find out the standard deviation of portfolio sigma kp. Let's suppose there are हमारे पास दो सिक्योरिटीज हैं K और B का, तो उसकी स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन कैसे फाइंड आउट होगी? स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन ऑफ KP इज इक्वल टू W1 का स्क्वायर इनटू स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन ऑफ सिक्योरिटी 1 का स्क्वायर plus weight of security 2 का square multiply by standard deviation of security 2 का square plus 2 into weight 1 W2 multiply by R1 into 2, that is basically correlation coefficient into sigma 1 into sigma 2. So with this equation, with the help of this equation, we can find out the portfolio standard deviation. So now we will calculate in our example. In our example, standard deviation of portfolio is equal to 0.0028. So यहाँ पे हम लर्न करेंगे कि ये 0.0028 कैसे आया। तो यहाँ पे मैं आप लोगों को एक्सेल में इसकी बता देता हूँ कि ये 0.028 कैसे आया। यहाँ पे हमारे पास जो सिक्योरिटी 1 का वेट है वो कितना है, 0.40। इसका हम क्या लेंगे, स्क्वायर लेंगे मल्टीप्लाई बाय स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन ऑफ सिक्योरिटी 1। स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन सिक्योरिटी 1 का कितना आया हमारे पास, स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन सिक्योरिटी 1 का हमारे पास 13.15% है। इसको हम 0.1315 इसके साथ इसका मैं स्क्वायर रूट लूँगा। तो जब इसको मैं इक्वल का साइन करूँगा तो ये कैलकुलेट करके मेरे पास कितना है 0.0027, और जब इसको मैं राउंड अबाउट करूँगा तो ये मेरे पास क्या आ जाएगा 0.0028 मेरे पास इसकी वैल्यू आ जाएगी। इसी तरह मैं W2 का फाइंड आउट करूँगा। W2 में हमारे पास जो एक्सपेक्टेड उसकी वेटेज है वो है 0.60 मल्टीप्लाई बाय इसका स्क्वायर मल्टीप्लाई बाय उसका स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन, और उसका स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन मेरे पास कितना आया, उसका स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन मेरे पास है 10.65%। 0.1065 का स्क्वायर रूट जब मैं लेता हूँ तो what I get that is 0.0040. So I can round about this value with the 0.0041. So that value is in my here the 0.0041. So what how we will get this value? यहाँ पे ये मैं मल्टीप्लाई करता हूँ सिंपली वेट वन मेरे पास कितना 0.40 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 0.60 मल्टीप्लाई बाय स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन मेरे पास कितना कोरिलेशन ऑफ कोफिशिएंट मेरे पास कितना दैट इज 0.75 तो जब मैं इसको इक्वल साइन के साथ प्रेस करता हूँ सॉरी यहाँ पे वेट आया स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन भी मैंने लेने थे स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन मेरे पास कितना आएगा एक का मेरे पास है 0.1315 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 0.1065 जब इसको सारे को मैं करूँगा तो मेरे पास 0.0025 मेरे पास इसकी वैल्यू आ जाएगी तो 0.0025 विद मल्टीप्लाई बाय 2 सो दिस इज द इक्वेशन जिसमें मैंने वैल्यूज पुट किया W1 का स्क्वायर स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन ऑफ सिक्योरिटी 1 का स्क्वायर प्लस W2 का स्क्वायर standard deviation of security 2 का square plus 2 W1 W2 standard deviation of 1 standard deviation of 2 with R1 is R12 is our correlation of coefficient तो जब हम सारी values put करते हैं finally I will get that is sigma p is equal to 0.1091 into 10.991 that is 10.91% is our final value of standard portfolio so a weighted average of the individual स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन इज इनकरेक्ट अगर आप वेटेड एवरेज मेथड के थ्रू लेट्स वो सिंपली आप दोनों वैल्यूज को क्या कर देते हैं स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन को ऐड करके उसकी वेटेड एवरेज मेथड के जरिए कैलकुलेट करते हैं तो दैट मेथड इज नॉट अप्रोप्रिएट और वो उसके थ्रू जो आपका पोर्टफोलियो का परसेंटेज आएगी दैट विल बी incorrect. So with the help of this equation, you can calculate the standard deviation of portfolio. So यहाँ पे हमें पोर्टफोलियो का रिटर्न भी पता चल गया और कैसे कैलकुलेट करना है एंड एक्सपेक्टेड पोर्टफोलियो रिटर्न इज 8.4% और जो हमारा स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन आया पोर्टफोलियो का वो 10.91% आया नाउ वी नो अबाउट द हाउ वी कैन कैलकुलेट द कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ वेरिएशन So here is the summary of the results of the our problem. जो हमारे पास दो सिक्योरिटीज थी एक स्टॉक BW था एक स्टॉक D था उसमें एक जो रिटर्न थे 9% था 8% था जो पोर्टफोलियो का हमारा रिटर्न है वो 8.64% आया ये हमारे सिक्योरिटीज के इंडिविजुअल रिटर्न थे जो स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन था सिक्योरिटी BW का 13.15% था security D का 10.65 था so the portfolio return of our the portfolio standard deviation is 10.91% जो कि कम है दोनों स्टॉक्स की स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन से द रीजन इज डाइवर्सिफिकेशन क्योंकि जब आप दो सिक्योरिटीज ऐड करते हैं उनका पोर्टफोलियो बनाते हैं तो उसका रिस्क जो होता है डाइवर्सिफाई हो जाता है कम हो जाता है और इसके आप अब देख भी सकते हैं कि जो पोर्टफोलियो में हमारे पास स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन है दैट इज 10.9% इट इज much less than the 13.15 so it means that portfolio diversify the risk portfolio minimize the risk so you always get a low standard deviation in portfolio as comparative to individual investment. After this is coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation is the relative measure of risk. This is a very stable, a more preferred measure for the security risk and for the chosen to choose the security investment plan. और कोफिशिएंट ऑफ वेरिएशन कैलकुलेट करने के लिए हम स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन को divide करते हैं with the expected return. So when we divide with the this is basically a measure of relative risk. When we will divide 13.15 with the 9% standard deviation with the return, we will get 1.46, and in the stock B we will get 1.33. So finally, the portfolio coefficient of variation that is 1.26. This, if you observe that this 1 point portfolio coefficient of variation is below than the both stock coefficient of variation, the reason is diversification because it minimizes the risk. So the portfolio has the lowest coefficient of variation due to diversification. So diversification and the correlation coefficient. Here is the security. Here is the graphical representation of different securities return. If we see that with the perspective of time, there is a very variation and volatility in the returns of the security. जो उसके रिटर्न्स में वेरिएशन है वो बहुत ज़्यादा, कभी इंक्रीज हो रहा है, कभी डिक्रीज हो रहा है, अगेन इंक्रीज हो रहा है, फिर डिक्रीज हो रहा है। इस तरह का हम सिक्योरिटी एफ को भी देखें तो उसके भी रिटर्न्स ओवर द टाइम पीरियड वेरी कर रहे हैं, और वेरिएशन भी जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा अमाउंट में है। But if we combine both securities and we design and make a portfolio, and after the combination, the returns, the change and the variation in return is not as much in the individual firm returns. तो उसमें पोर्टफोलियो में उसकी वेरिएशन रिटर्न में काफ़ी कम है, और आपका जो एक रिटर्न्स है ओवर द टाइम पीरियड दे आर स्टेबल as comparative individual security returns. So combining securities that are not perfectly positively correlated reduces the risk. So here is the about the total risk, that is systematic risk plus unsystematic risk. In finance, the total risk defined by the systematic risk plus unsystematic risk. What is systematic risk? The relevant portion of an asset risk attributable to market factors that affect all firm cannot be eliminated through diversification, also called undiversifiable risk. जो आपका सिस्टमैटिक रिस्क होता है, ये अनडाइवर्सिफाइबल रिस्क होता है। ये वो रिस्क होता है जो किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की स्पेसिफिक करेक्टरिस्टिक या फर्म्स की रिस्क के साथ एसोसिएट नहीं होता। ये एक अनकंट्रोलेबल रिस्क होता है, like जैसे आपका कोरोना का रिस्क है nowadays that affect all over the world and all the organization similarly। तो कुछ रिस्क ऐसे होते हैं जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के कंट्रोल में नहीं होते, and that kind of risk exists at the national level. Let's suppose like terrorism effect on the trade, you can say that energy shortfall, economic taxation policy, economic policy, all these kind of the risk are are the systematic risk, and that kind of risk are undiversifiable risk, और वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के कंट्रोल में नहीं होते। What are the unsystematic risks? The portion of an asset risk that is attributable to firm-specific random causes can be eliminated through diversification, also called diversifiable risk. जो अनसिस्टमैटिक रिस्क होता है ये डाइवर्सिफाइबल रिस्क होता है, एंड this kind of risk is associated with with the specific kind of organization, with the specific kind of business, and these risks can be eliminated over the time period with the adoption of different kind of policies. So here is the graphical representation of total risk. Here is the, you can see that is systematic risk, and systematic risk is the same over the time period because this is undiversifiable and this is uncontrollable in organization. And unsystematic risk, you can diversify this risk and can minimize and minimize over the time period. So on systematic risk with the different kind of policies and with the portfolio development, you can minimize this risk. Factors such as changes in the nation economy, tax reform by the Congress, or the change in the world situation are known as the systematic risk. So factors unique to a particular company or industry, for example, the death of key executive or loss of government defense contracts. So all these kind of the unsystematic risks and that kind of risk can be minimized over the time period. So it was in section three we will learn about the CAPM, capital asset pricing model. So guys, it was all about the portfolio risk and return, how we can calculate the portfolio risk and return, what is diversification, and how diversification affect the level of risk and return. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any question and any query, you can ask in the comments. I really like to answer the questions. Thank you so much for watching my video. Take care, stay happy, stay blessed.